What's good, man? Let's get into it. Y'all see the title. Y'all know what's up, man. Now, for anybody new that comes on here, first of all, for all my subscribers, I know a college football video, besides my Deion Sanders video I posted a few weeks ago, is very unnormal. You know what I'm saying? I usually talk NFL, NBA, but I feel like I have to talk about this. Now, before we start in there, I want to give a shout out to Jordan Travis, bro. You were my favorite player on the team this year. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm a Florida State fan. You were my favorite player on the team. I thought you would be asleep in the draft, and you still might be asleep in the draft, especially since if you go, you're not going to be starting next year in the NFL since, you got the broken ankle. So I'm hoping the 49ers or Seattle can pick you up. But shout out to you, Jordan Travis. God bless you, bro. I hope you get better, man. I want to give a shout out to Mike Noel's. Mike Noel's, bro. I want to give you a shout out, bro, because, you took this organization. We had, after Jimbo Fisher left, that traitor left, and ironically got fired at Texas A&M. After he left, you took this organization, you took this team, you took this school, built a foundation, and made a team where, we might lose Jordan. We're going to lose Johnny Wilson, I saw, to the draft. But you know what? I trust in you to recruit more quarterbacks. I saw a quarterback that you're trying to recruit. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but you know what? Mike Noel's, appreciate you. Give you a shout out. And Florida State, man. Seminoles, man. We have nothing to be ashamed of. We went 13-0. We went 13-0. We won the ACC. This is nothing from here. We all know if Jordan Travis didn't go down, unfortunately, we would be in the playoffs because, well, then that's what I'm going to get into. We will be in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Florida State. After Jordan Travis went down, I thought, you know what? It doesn't even matter. We're not going to make the playoffs. We're going to lose to Florida or whatever the case may be. But I was like, you know what? We got to finish out. We're 12. At the time when we beat, who did we beat? I forgot who we beat when Jordan Travis went down. I forgot who it was. But after we beat them, I'm like, you know what? We made it to 11-0. We might as well just go all the way. We might as well just go all the way and try to make the playoffs. But shout out to Florida State, man. Unfortunately, we didn't make the playoffs. Now let's talk about it, man. Why didn't Florida State make the playoffs? People say, the reason why Florida State did not make the playoffs is because we lost Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis is kind of the face of the Florida State. He's one of the faces of college football. He was in the Heisman Trophy race, even when he broke his ankle. I think he was like fourth. Now, granted, obviously, when he broke his ankle, he couldn't play anymore, so he dropped out of the Heisman race. But I don't believe that. You know why? Because when the college football playoffs came back in 2014, Ohio State lost their starting quarterback, and the committee still put them in. Now, I don't know if anybody knows this. Florida State's one of the most talented rosters in college football. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We can go up against, especially with Jordan Travis healthy, we could go up against any SEC team, Big 12 team, Big 10 team, Pac-12 team, doesn't matter, and compete. We might not win, but we can compete, and we most likely will win because that's all we do is win. So I don't believe this whole notion that, we didn't make the playoffs because we lost Jordan Travis, lost our starting quarterback. Granted, was our backup and our backup horrible? Absolutely, 100%. These guys were bums. B-U-M, bums. But at the same time, it's not about, listen, the quarterback is important, but at the same time, when a team goes 13-0 and wins their conference championship, you should put them in the playoffs. You should honestly put them in the playoffs. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, I want to talk about something else here, too. I have no problem. Let me say this real quick. It kind of bothers me how the committee put Texas in the play. And by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm in Florida State and I'm an Oklahoma Sooners fan. And I want to say this before. I don't like Texas at all. I don't like them. I'm an Oklahoma fan, obviously, and I was so happy when my Sooners beat them. Anytime I see Texas' record, I know the Oklahoma is the one in their record. But this has absolutely nothing to do with me being an Oklahoma fan. I'm speaking as a pure Florida State fan right now. It makes no sense to me how Texas, who's okay. They beat Alabama. That's really it, to be honest with you. Meanwhile, Florida State beat Clemson. They beat Florida. They beat Duke, who was ranked, by the way. Duke was ranked for a while, by the way, when Florida State beat them. I think they beat them while they were 15th. And the reason why they're unranked is because of Florida State. They beat LSU. That Heisman, Jaden Daniels, who's about to win the Heisman Trophy, my quarterback, Jordan Travis, and Florida State beat them, I think 35-17, shut them out by 17 points. We shut them out the third and fourth quarter. But you put Texas in the playoffs? And what boggles me is that I would respect it more if the committee put Georgia in the playoffs more than Texas. You know why? Because the people are saying the reason why Georgia didn't make the playoffs is because they lost their conference championship. That is absolute beyond a lie. You know why? Because Georgia's been getting their butt whooped by Alabama on multiple occasions. Nick Saban is 5-0 against Georgia in the championship round. And Georgia made the playoffs. They made the playoffs in 2018, where they beat my Oklahoma Sooners. They made the playoffs in 2019, where they lost to Alabama again. That is absolute BS. BS! But they put Texas in there over Georgia and Florida State? There's no way they should have went over. If Florida State was going to get stubbed, can you at least stub us for Georgia? At least Georgia's going to be competitive. Texas is going to get their butt whooped by Michigan. No, against Michigan. No, against Washington. Penix is about to have a field day over that Texas defense. But it makes no sense to me how Florida State doesn't make the playoffs, and Georgia doesn't make the playoffs, even though Georgia has lost multiple conference championships. They lost the championship to Nick Saban 5 times in a row, and they still put them in the playoffs. But yet you don't put Florida State in there, who went undefeated and won their championship game. Despite how they won it or not, at the end of the day, we earned our spot. Doesn't matter how we won. We won. We're 13-0. First ever team to go 13-0 and not make the playoffs. First ever team to. But if we would have got stumped for Georgia, if it was Michigan, Texas, or Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Georgia, I can stomach that a little bit more. You know why? Because they've been doing that for the last 5 years. So it is what it is. But you put Texas in there? And you know why they did it. The reason why they did it is not because we lost Jordan Travis, is because of TCU. TCU. That's the reason why they did it. Now, like I said, I'm an Oklahoma fan, so I don't like Texas, and I don't like TCU. But the reason why the committee left Florida State out there is because TCU last year lost their championship game. They decided to put them in there. They made a stupid decision. They should have put them in there. They should have put Alabama in there, whoever. And they were like, let's put the Cinderella story in here and let's see what they do. And they beat Michigan, which I'm not surprised by because Jim Harbaugh is known for choking in the playoffs. And then they get their butt whooped by Georgia. And so the committee is like, we don't want to do that. We don't want to put Florida State in there because we feel like they're going to just do what TCU did. But guess what? We're better than TCU. Even without Jordan Travis. We will beat TCU last year with this team without Jordan Travis. And we'll beat TCU this year without Jordan Travis. Can you imagine if we did have Jordan Travis? This is the committee being dumb and stupid because they want to make up their dumb, stupid mistake from last year by putting TCU in there. And now my team has to suffer, even though we earned our spot. We earned our spot. Whether Jordan Travis is injured or not, we earned our spot. But yeah, we have to pay for this dumb, idiot, moronic committee in TCU. That's why. That's the reason why. So Florida State fans, for all my Seminole fans, and I might be doing more college football videos next year when the season starts, but that's who you should be mad at. You should be mad at TCU because, they ruined it for us. They ruined it for us. We could have been the Cinderella story. We could have pulled the 2014 Ohio State miracle. Our defense is as good as anybody's. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? I wanted to speak on this, man. Go Florida State. I hope we beat Georgia. RJ out.